Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another perfume review video. My name is Naz. This is my channel, the King of Hidden Gems. I try to bring to your attention fragrances are usually very good value for money. They smell good. I think at least you should do your research, try them for yourself and see if they're any good to you. Today I have a brand or a house. They're not a house, they are a brand because they are like an umbrella brand. This brand is called Paris Bleu. They have a very extensive portfolio in terms of fragrances. They don't do anything else as far as I'm concerned, so they should be considered niche really, but we're not going to discuss that now. They make many fragrances, very extensive. I have here around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. I used to have much more, but either I give it away or I sold them. They are based in Paris. Yes, they are called Paris Bleu. They have almost 100 fragrances in their portfolio, and so far I smelled maybe around 20 to 30 of them, and they're all good, especially for the price, under 20 quid. Yes, under 20 pounds each of these. Sometimes less, sometimes more. It depends which country you're in. If you live in Europe, they are definitely under 20 pounds. They usually try to copy or inspired by big names, big brands, popular fragrances. Sometimes from time to time they release something that quite unique and a bit unusual, but majority of what they do, they are trying to copy big names and they selling you for a very good price. In terms of quality, they are very good for what you pay. To me, they represent mid-tier designer. You pay less than 20 pounds, but you're getting around 50 to 60 pounds quality. So they are good value for money. They smell good. As I said, so far I never smelled anything that disappointed me. They have either good or very good fragrances. So without any further ado, let's try and introduce these ones I have. But overall, if you find anything from this brand, at least try it because they are quite good. They usually go around, in terms of performance, they quite vary, but the bulk part is around 5 to 6 hours of longevity with an hour of good projection. Majority are EDT, but one or two, from time to time you get Eau de Parfum. I think this one is Eau de Parfum, is it? No, it's Eau de Toilette. So they're all Eau de Toilettes. In terms of the presentation, when you see the bottle and the presentation, you don't think this is under 20 pounds. They are very good. They usually look much more expensive as well. So without further ado, let's try to introduce this. The first one is called Diplomat, Paris Bleu Diplomat, and I think this one is an extreme version. So Diplomat Extreme. This one is, yeah, very similar to Bleu de Chanel. So this one close to Bleu de Chanel. Some people say it's close to the Jimmy Choo Man Blue. Yes, because that one is inspired by Bleu de Chanel anyway. But is in that ballpark. Okay, Bleu de Chanel, Jimmy Choo Man Blue. Yes. It's a bit fruitier than Bleu de Chanel. Okay, so imagine Bleu de Chanel, but it's a bit fruitier. And you get this beauty again, 5 to 6 hours longevity, 1 hour of good projection. In terms of projection, should quite nice, and it will cost you under 20 quid, and is Eau de Toilette. This one universal, anybody can rock. Actually, apart from this one, which is Ivanhoe in black, which is copy or inspired by um, Bulgari Man in Black. The rest are universal, no age limits. They are very easygoing, but this one is a little bit on the heavier side, a little bit on the spicier side, a little bit on the woody and leathery side. So that's one a little bit more complex and also a little bit maturer. Anyway, let's go to the next one. The next one is called Convection Black. I'll leave in the names in the description if you want to do your research and take it from there. These are all bought by my own money. There is no affiliation, there is no sponsorship or nothing like that. Okay, so this one is Convection Black, and this one, guys, this is fruit and floral in a bottle. That is a gorgeous fragrance. Very, very pretty, very high quality smell. When you smell it, you think, wow, this is high tier designer. And again, this one unfortunately is quite hard to find these days. They used to do Convection, which I had before, and I gave it to somebody, which was copy of Terre de Hermes, and it was absolute gorgeous. It was actually better than Terre de Hermes in terms of smell, and they made it in a way that it smelled much more appealing. It was so pretty and it was very long lasting. This one is very long lasting as well. This one is stronger than the first one, around 7 to 8 hours in terms of longevity. Very, very long lasting, and 2 hours of good projection. Again, quite universal because it's fruity. Let me just read you the ingredients and then we take it from there. So the first one, the Paris Bleu Diplomate Extreme pour Homme, 100 ml, it is the Toilette, and this one, as I said, is inspired by Bleu de Chanel or Jimmy Choo Man Blue. And this one, in terms of the notes, is lime, mandarin, bergamot, pink pepper, and then you get lemon, tree, petitgrain, sage, lavender and marine notes, and in the base you have patchouli, cashmere, amber, sandalwood, moss and vanilla. So as I said, very similar to Bleu de Chanel, but a little bit fruitier, a little bit sweeter than Bleu de Chanel, but very, very good and I highly recommend it. So next one is Convection Black, and Paris Blue is an umbrella company, so some of them they have a different name. For example, this one is called Convection Blue from ELYSEES Fashion, and this one is called Ivanhoe from the Yves Saint Laurent, but it's still under umbrella of Paris Blue. Could be a little bit confusing, but I'll leave the name anyway for you to do your research. So this one, so what we get, so this one we get on top, we get bergamot and lime. Yes, very, very zesty in the beginning, especially for 10-15 minutes. And then in the mid we get rosewood, ylang ylang and gardenia, very floral, yes. And in the base we have vanilla, amber and cedar. But what is not mentioned here, which is in here, is fruits, especially the berries. There are lots of berries in here which is not mentioned in here, but it's very, very fruity. Anyway, so highly recommended. Again, universal, no age, good for all year round. This is good for all year round as well. Highly recommended if you can find it. Unfortunately, this one is a bit hard to find. This one is quite available still. Let's go to the next one. The next one is Yves Saint Laurent Ivanhoe Man in Black. This one's called Ivanhoe in Black, and again this one is 100 ml. This one is, as I said, is inspired by Bulgari Man in Black. Yes, it's very, very similar to it. It's almost identical. So this one, we get on top, we get bergamot, cinnamon, pink pepper and black pepper. In the mid we have cypress, amber, cashmere and violet. And in the base we have cedar, tonka, leather, musk, patchouli and gaiac wood. And what a smell this is! This is beautiful, but this is, I would say, 25 and up to be on the safe side because it's quite mature. But what a smell! It's got leathery, ambery, and also some tobacco feel to it as well. This is beauty in a bottle, quite complex, quite deep, quite thick, quite resinous, very very high quality. I highly recommend this. If but this one is for cooler weather and also is a bit more mature. I highly recommend it. If you can find it for a good price, go for it. Let's go to the next one. The next one is Armature Silver. There are a few armatures. There is Armature, Armature Silver, and Armature Black. But they're all good. This one is my favorite of them all. Again, you need to do your research to find them, because some of them are easier to find, some of them are harder to find. And with this one, so again, similar to the second one, is very very fruity. Again, berries, and in the beginning it reminds me of not Invexis. It reminds me of Creed Aventus. Yes, opens up similar to Creed Aventus, but later on it will change and become fruitier and fruitier and a little bit darker and darker. So quite similar to Creed Aventus, yes, but it doesn't stay similar to it. It will change throughout. But overall, absolutely beauty. And again, long lasting. This is again 6 to 8 hours with 2 hours of good projection. Similar to this is even more long. This is 8 to 10 hours with 2 hours of good projection. The Ivanhoe one. Okay, so this one we get the notes of. So this one is called Armature Silver from Paris Bleu, and yeah, this one is called Armature Silver. Limited edition for some reason, edited toilette, and masculine fragrance, open note, a sparkling note of bergamot and green apple, and then we have spicy touches, pink pepper and coriander, and then we get elegant floral like jasmine, and then in the base we have amber, and we have leather and patchouli. What a combo! This is absolutely gorgeous. Oh, beauty in a bottle. As I said, it starts up like Creed Aventus, and then it gets darker and it gets fruitier by the time it goes on. It also gets woodier and a little bit earthier. But when it opens up, you think, okay, this is Creed Aventus 100%. But it would change later on. Absolutely, highly recommended. Very long lasting, very good quality. In terms of bottle, in terms of perfumery, very very good. Let's go to the next one. The next one is. This one is I think the most famous of them all, because this one is got a little bit of hype in the community, and because this one is called Paris Bleu Richman Aqua. Again, it's not easy to find. You need to do your research for this one because it's a little bit more popular than the other ones. And this one is Paco Rabanne Invictus Aqua, the 2016 version, and what a smell. Oh, gorgeous. I'm telling you, it's like you poured an Invictus Aqua in this, in terms of quality, in terms of longevity. This one, again, around 6 hours with 1 hour of good projection. This one is better for, obviously, warmer weather, and also is very, very universal, but it's super appealing, very, very appealing, and very quite sensual, quite sexy feel to it. Okay, so with this one, the Paris Bleu Richman Aqua, we get on the top pineapple, pear and pink pepper. In the mid we have orange flowers and lavender. In the base we have cedarwood, sandalwood and cashmere wood. Very very woody and very aquatic and very sweet, and also super super fruity. Oh my goodness, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Highly recommend it. Again, if you can find it for a good price, go for it. Let's go to the last but not least. This is again one of the other beauties, and this one is called Space Time. Yes, Space Time Continuum, not just Space Time. And this is Paris Bleu again, and with this one we get lemon, lime and cinnamon and cardamom on top, and get apple, thyme, amber and cedarwood in the mid, and in the base we have vetiver, tobacco, musk and vanilla. And what a smell this is. This is absolutely gorgeous. Oh, mamma mia. This is super, super fruity again. Very appealing, very youthful. They're all youthful apart from the Ivanhoe in black, which is, I said, about 25 and up because it's a bit more complex. But this one, very fruity, very woody, very aquaticness to it. This one reminds me of Paco Rabanne Black Excess, and it is very tarty, very fruity, big pineapple, and also big on the fruits in the mid, like berries, very woody in the base, and it's quite aquatic as well. It's very well done, and it's little bit it gets a little bit darker at the end, but overall it's very fruity. So guys, I bring this thing to your attention to show you the alternatives. There are brands out there that they're making a good quality fragrance for very good prices. You don't have to go and buy very well known big brands that you will pay mainly for the names. Okay, these guys, they don't have a big names, but they're selling you similar quality for those big brands and big names, and big fragrances are asking for at least 3, 4, 5 times the money of these ones. Highly recommend this line. Go and do your research and see which one you like and which one you can pick up in your area, and good luck with your search. If you like what I do, if you have any of this, if you know any of this, put them in the comment. Other people know your experience. If you know any other ones that you can recommend, good value for money, they smell good and they don't break the bank, put it in the comment as well. Thank you very much. If you like what I do, if you find it useful, informative, if you find it any way valuable, you know what to do. Hit those buttons. Use your finger. It only costs you a movement of the finger. It doesn't cost you anything. But this way you show me love, you show me support, and I keep on bringing you fragrances like this to save you money potentially. Thank you very much guys for joining me. As always, if you want to support me, there's a heart button in the bottom of this video, and also you can buy one of my own fragrances if you live in the United Kingdom, which are from a different world. Thank you very much, and I'll see you later. Bye.